Hello. Um, Actually, we have covered some of the topics in video lecturing, and which were already uploaded in YouTube. But still, before lockdown, we have completed some 3 units, and the fourth unit was running. Even though it was running, we'll start with once again with that particular unit, and we'll continue with our syllabus. So, the fourth unit was about the stability and performance of the aircraft. Okay, so in that, how your aircraft will perform, and based on the performance, how you can maintain the stability of the aircraft, that we need to study. Basically, in this slide, we have some pages which are related to stability and control of the aircraft, and we'll study about that. Basically, when we say about stability, that means the aircraft should be stable in air. Otherwise, what will happen? The aircraft, whatever it is there, it will get collapsed. So it's better to maintain stability in order to make the passenger comfortable inside, as well as to overcome from the problems which will occur due to instability of the aircraft. So now we will see what is this stability and other rest of the topics one by one. So now in this slide we can see that the first thing is about the different motions of the aircraft. Here we have given one aircraft. Let us say they have mentioned the roll, and here this is yaw, and this pitching up movement. Okay, pitching movement. So now the x-axis. The x-axis here is, this is x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. This x-axis is also, we can call that as longitudinal axis, and y-axis, that also can be called as lateral axis, and z-axis also can be called as directional axis. So now vertical axis, directional axis, x-axis, longitudinal axis, and y is lateral axis. And the movement of the aircraft will be based on or along with these three different axes. So x-axis, as I said, it is nothing but our roll axis. That means the aircraft will roll about its longitudinal axis, or also you can call that as rolling movement. Second thing is y-axis, that is along the lateral axis, where we can call that as pitch axis. That means if the aircraft nose is up and down, is making its nose up and down, that's called as pitching movement, and that is happening with respect to the lateral axis, that is y-axis. So we can also call that as pitching movement. Similarly, if you want to take the direction, x direction and y direction, the movement, that means you want to change your direction. Let us say I want moving in this way, I want to turn left side. So, or else I want to turn right side. That means what? You are taking yaw movement, and that is happening with respect to our z axis or directional axis. Or also you can call that as yaw axis or yaw movement. So these are three different motions of the aircraft when it is moving condition. Okay. So when the aircraft is moving in air, okay, it is performing three different motions. So at that time, what will happen? There are chances where your aircraft will get into undisturbed pattern or unstable, we can say. This may be due to various reasons. For example, you are flying in air, sudden gust of wind will come, which will make your aircraft unstable. That time, again, the, you know, what we say like, at that time, we have to come back to its original position. Sorry, one second. So when the aircraft gets unstable, that time to come back to its original position is must for an aircraft. Otherwise, it will lead to the many what we say like disadvantages. That means your aircraft may get collapsed or it may get crashed, whatever may happen. Again, it depends. Okay, so due to that, maintaining the stability of the aircraft is must. Okay, and we have to do that. So to do that, we have got certain parameters by operating the primary and secondary control surfaces. But before that, what is stability and which are the different types of stability are there? Okay, all those things we will see one by one. So, as I said before, okay, the aircraft which is moving, it may get unstable in air. Okay, that time bring back that to the stability condition is the major key here. So now we are talking about instability and stability. Basically, what is that? So stability means it is a tendency of a system to return to its equilibrium condition after being disturbed from that point. Okay, that means what? A tendency of any system to get back to its original position after distracting from a disturbance. So that's called as stability. Or else we can say that ability of an aircraft to come back to its origin position after getting disturbed. Okay, so that is called as stability of the aircraft. So now the aircraft stability deals with the ability of the aircraft to keep it in chosen flight attitude. So again, the question is here, difference between attitude and altitude. Altitude is what? The height from the ground. So attitude means what? In what condition or in what orientation your aircraft is kept. Okay. So that is called as attitude. That means for a chosen flight, your aircraft must be in particular position. Let us say at 500 or 5000 feet, your aircraft is heading with, so let us 0.8 Mach. That means if it is flying in northeast direction, it should be in that direction only. It should not turn somewhere. That means it's changing its attitude. So fixing the aircraft in particular way is called as attitude of the aircraft. So now we have seen the definition of the stability. So there are different stabilities are there. Among one is called as static stability. Okay, and another one is called as dynamic stability. So static stability and dynamic stabilities are two different types of stability. So first one is static stability. So that means here we can say here static stability implies what? So static stability implies all the forces and movements around the aircraft's CG at a fixed flight condition and attitude are balanced. Okay, and after any small perturbation in flight attitude, the aircraft returns to its equilibrium position. So these two things will be implied by the static stability. Okay, that means what? Around center of gravity of your aircraft, you must maintain all the force, okay, and they should be balanced, but balanced properly. That's first thing. Second thing is what? If it is getting disturbed, then again it should have the ability to come back to its original position. So these two things will be implied by the static stability. So now, static stability can be again in three different ways. The one is positive, and another one is negative static stability, and another one is called as neutral static stabilities are there. So first one is positive, positive static stability. That is nothing but statically stable. So here we have taken a small example of a ball over there, okay, which is lying in the curvature, and now here, let us say if I apply force on this ball, what will happen? It will just move like this. After certain some time, by its own, it will come back to its original position where it was before. That's called as positive static stability, or statically, that is stable. Your aircraft also the same way. It's flying in air. Let us say some wind will come, okay, and it will disturb the aircraft. So your aircraft will move little bit in upward direction, or it may change its orientation, right, due to the wind. So after a certain amount of time, let us say some few seconds, a few minutes, a few seconds, let us say, but it's better. So what will happen? Immediately your aircraft will come back to its original position without any actions required. So that is called as your aircraft is statically stable in condition. So that is called as positive. So similarly, negative is there, or we can call that as statically unstable. So that is what, when we'll take same example of a ball which is standing on a curve, okay, and the curve has got outward direction, and there your ball is standing there. You apply a force, what will happen? It will move either that side or this side, okay. That means in which direction you are applying force, in that direction your ball will roll and go, but it will not come back to its original position. Yes or no? So that means what? It is statically unstable, okay. So in aircraft also same case. Aircraft is flying, the wind is coming and disturbing it. Let us say it's pitching up the aircraft nose a little bit, and it will not come back. Instead, it will just go on like this. That means the aircraft is statically unstable, or we can call that as a negative static stability. Third one, neutral stability or neutrally stable condition. What is that? You take the same example. Ball is here, apply force, what will happen? It will move and stand here again. Okay, again you apply force, okay, again it will get certain energy and it will roll and stop somewhere here. But it will not come back to its original position, but it will maintain the line. Okay, so that is called as neutrally stable condition or neutral stability. Same way in your aircraft also. Negative stability, what will happen? If aircraft is getting disturbed, it will start getting disturbed again and again and again. It will just go on. But in neutral stability, it will not happen that way. What will happen? Once it is getting disturbed, it will stop there. It will not come back to its original position, as well as it will not again disturb or continue with the disturbance, but it will be remain in same position. Okay, after getting disturbed. So that is called as neutral static stability, or it's neutrally stable condition we can say for the aircraft. So all these are about static stability of the aircraft. So similarly, next one more is there, that is called as dynamic stability. So dynamic stability is little different from your static stability, where static stability is ability of the aircraft to regain its original position immediately, but dynamic stability is little different. Here what will happen? In dynamic stability, when your aircraft gets distracted or disturbed, it will come back to its original position, no doubt in it, but not immediately, after certain interval of time. So that is called as dynamic stability. Again, here in dynamic stability, we have three different categories: positive, negative, and neutral. Okay, which are those? We will see now one by one. Just we'll see this, how the dynamically the stable behavior looks like. We can see here we have got certain two different graphs. One is displacement versus time, and again this is displacement versus time. So now what will happen in dynamic stability? I'll tell you. So initially the disturbance is here. Okay, as the time increases, again it will come back to its original position, the stability. So now again, when it is in static condition, let us say this happens, but in dynamic condition, we will come for this graph. So displacement is here and time is in this direction. So now there is a disturbance. Let us say what will happen after certain time, the disturbance starts reducing, or disturbed condition starts reducing, and it is trying to come back to the original position, but it is not happening. Okay, but the reduction in disturbance we can see. So it is not happening. So again, after some time, again it is trying to come back to its original position. So as time increases, the movement of your amplitude of the disturbance starts reducing, and finally it reaches to the stable condition. This is how the dynamic stable or dynamic stability or the dynamic stable behavior looks like. So, as I said, the displacement and versus time, we can see the amplitude. So we have seen the statically, dynamically stable behavior, right? So now we will see dynamically unstable behavior, how it is. So now that there is a disturbance, okay, but your aircraft is trying to come back to its original position, but it's not happening. Instead that, what is happening? The disturbance is increasing as time increases. It will not be coming to the original condition, but instead it keep on getting disturbed. So that is called as dynamically unstable, or we can call this as dynamically negative stability, dynamic negative stability. Okay, that is how we can call this. So this will happen with respect to the times. And now the previous one, this graph will show us the positive dynamic stability. Positive dynamic stability. So now here we can see the stability with respect to aircraft, how it looks. So here in this graph, we can see that the flight is in equilibrium condition, and then statically unstable airplane, how it looks. So it will be in equilibrium position initially, then it is disturbed, okay, due to some reason. So after that, what will happen? It's keep on diverging from its initial position or from its equilibrium position or equilibrium condition. So that means it is statically unstable. It's go on getting statically unstable. And neutral, what will happen? We can see here it is in equilibrium condition, okay, and now it's disturbed. So due to that, you can see its nose is up, the aircraft nose is up, but after some time what will happen? There is no change in its pitch up movement. Either it's not decreasing or it is increasing. It remains same. So that is called as neutral static stability, what we explained before. Here one more graph is there, statically and dynamically stable. Okay. So now here one thing I would like to say, when your aircraft is dynamically stable, that means it is already statically stable. Then only if your aircraft is statically stable, then only it can achieve the dynamic stability. Otherwise, it is impossible. Okay. So how it is? What is stability? Static stability definition: the ability of the aircraft to come back to its original condition or position immediately after a small disturbance. That is static stability definition. Then what is dynamic stability definition? The ability of the aircraft to come back to its original position after getting disturbed, okay, and not immediately, but at certain interval of time. That means when you want to say your aircraft is dynamically stable, that means it is already statically stable. Okay, then only it's possible. If aircraft is not statically stable, then there is no question of dynamic stability. Okay, that you have to remember. In this diagram, the same thing they are telling. The equilibrium condition, statically your aircraft is, everything is stable in first aircraft and it is getting disturbed. And now since it is statically stable, it is trying to come back to its original position. Okay, but it is not happening, but still it is going up and coming down. That means the amplitude of the aircraft, let us say the amplitude of the aircraft is remains same, it is at certain interval of time, but it's trying to come back in that range only. That means it's statically stable, but it's neutrally dynamic stability has got. It has got neutral dynamic stability. That means we can say it is statically stable and neutrally dynamic stability. It's both merging together. Okay. So this is what about either statically stable and neutral dynamic stability. So now in this condition we can say your aircraft is statically stable. It's trying to come back, but it is not happening. Why? Because it is dynamically unstable. Let us say your aircraft is getting disturbed and it is flying, instead of flying like this, it is flying this way. Okay, but due to static stability condition, since it is statically stable, it is trying to come back. But again here disturbance will happen. Again it will go like this. But again it is trying to come back because of the static stability. But it is not happening. Again it will go this way. That means your aircraft is statically stable, but dynamically unstable. Okay, it is moving here and there, but again it is trying to come back. So that condition is called as statically stable and dynamically unstable condition. So these are about some topics related to static stability and dynamic stability. So I will summarize these things once again. So static stability means ability of an aircraft to come back to its original position right after the disturbance immediately. Okay, or else once again just I will form it once again for your easierness. Static stability means ability of an aircraft to come back to its original position after getting disturbance immediately. Okay, Dynamically stable means, or dynamic stability means, ability of an aircraft to come back to its original position after getting disturbance, but not immediately, but after a certain interval of time. So this static stability and dynamic stability has got three different types. One is positive, negative, and neutral in both the cases. Okay. And the rest of the things we have seen now. Now we'll jump into next topic. Longitudinal static stability. Okay. Now we'll talk about longitudinal static stability. So now, what do you mean by longitudinal static stability? So that means if aircraft is unstable or it is getting disturbed with respect to your longitudinal axis, okay, which is passing through, that means the axis which is passing through from nose to the tail, x-axis, what we have discussed before. So that is called as longitudinal stability. So let us say your aircraft, this is the x-axis and this side the nose of the aircraft, this is the tail of the aircraft. So it is making movement up and down, okay, with respect to your longitudinal axis. That means the nose is up, down. It is getting disturbed. But here we are trying to come back to its original position. So this is called as longitudinal stability of the aircraft. How it behaves with respect to longitudinal axis. So that stability condition is called as longitudinal static stability condition. So now in this graph we can say that the CMO will give us the movement coefficient. Okay, and this is called as angle of attack alpha, and this alpha E is nothing but our trimmed condition. So now in this graph what we want to see is, we can see that the movement coefficient is 0. CMO is nothing but Cm comma 0. This is not O, sorry, it is 0. That means the movement coefficient is here is 0. That is when, that is trimmed condition. Trimmed condition or trimmed angle of attack. Your aircrafts are basically designed to generate lift, even though it is grounded. Okay, even though it's grounded, it will generate certain amount of lift because your wings are designed in that way. Okay, in aerodynamic shape. So that is the reason what they will do, they will trim it. Okay, they will trim it and they will fix one angle of attack. So at that time, your movement coefficient will be 0. That means there is no movement will be there, but there is a slight angle of attack will be there. Okay, so now if we increase this from trim condition or decrease this, what will happen? Our movement coefficients will vary. It will go up or down. It will go positive or negative. That means your aircraft is getting unstable. That means it is trying to move away from the longitudinal axis, either in upward direction or downward direction. So to come back to its original position again, then you are supposed to operate the flight controls. That is nothing but our elevators, which are fixed at the tail plane of the aircraft. So that is called as longitudinal stability or longitudinal static stability. So now we'll talk about directional stability. So now when I say directional stability means the ability of the aircraft to come back to its original position when it is deflected from its direction. Let us say your aircraft is heading in this direction, but due to some disturbance, it will turn. Yes or no? That means it is directionally deflecting. So what we have to do? We have to bring back that to again over to our direction, and that is called as directional stability. And this is happening with respect to your yaw axis or yaw movement, YAW. yaw movement. So in order to achieve this back to the original position or the original condition, that time what we need to do, we have to operate the rudder part of the aircraft, because we have already studied in previous units the primary controls, what it does actually. So rudders will help us to keep your aircraft in proper direction. It will not allow your aircraft to deflect. If it is deflecting from its yaw axis, then operate the rudder and bring back. So you are maintaining the directional stability of the aircraft in that way. So that is all about directional stability. So when you are free, please go through this. This is the example or graph we can see. Here it is there. Let us say the aircraft is moving in X direction, but it is getting deflected or right side slip is happening. So at that time what we need to do? We need to operate this rudder, okay, so that it will come back. So this is called as directional stability. So now lateral stability. Okay. So we have seen longitudinal stability, that was about the pitch up and pitch down movement, and we have seen directional stability, that is about the directional movement, that is yaw movement we can say. So now about the lateral stability, and this will happen with respect to your lateral axis. Okay. So basically it is for rolling of the aircraft. So we can see this is called as lateral axis. From wing tip to tip, one axis will go. That's called as lateral axis. Okay. And now what will happen? The movement of your aircraft is happening with respect to that, either in left side direction or right side direction. That will cause a rolling movement of the airplane, or it will cause your aircraft laterally unstable. So what we have to do to maintain lateral stability? If it is moving in this way, do something and allow your aircraft to come back to its original position like this. Keep your wings straight. Don't bend. If it is bending, keep it straight. If it is bending this side, keep it straight. So that is called as lateral stability of the aircraft, and this can be achieved by using the primary control, that is called as ailerons, which will control the motion of the aircraft, rolling movement of the aircraft. And here we can see that the wings are little inclined in upward direction. So these are the wings, then they are called as dihedral wing. So which has got dihedral angle. If it is down, that is called as anhedral wing. Basically for good lateral stability, we should use this dihedral angle. It will give the more performance than, or more stability than the anhedral wings. So till here we spoke about the stability part. So now we will talk about the aircraft maneuvers. One more topic is called as it's there, that is nothing but our aircraft maneuvers. So here we can see there are basically different aircraft maneuvers are there. I think you might have seen some air show and all. The flight will, aircraft will move suddenly in upward direction. It will take roll, okay, and again it will go. Suddenly it will come down. It will dive in the air. So like this you might have seen. So here also the same thing is there. Nothing to worry. So now two different maneuvers are there. One is called as common maneuver, and another one is called as additional maneuver. So common maneuvers are the normal, which is applicable for both the airplanes, civilian airplane or the military airplanes. It is applicable for both common maneuvers. That includes takeoff, climb, turn and bank, cruise, descent, landing. These are the common maneuvers which are required for the aircraft to fly in air and land on ground. So it includes what? Takeoff. You know what is takeoff already. That means taking off the aircraft from ground. Then climb. After taking off, what will happen? It has to climb in air, right? So that is called as one more maneuver. And after that, turn and bank. So after climbing, what will happen? It will be there in airborne condition. It will be there in airborne condition. So at that time, he has to go under certain maneuvers like taking turn, banking, and all those things. The better example was like sometimes, let us say you are in airport or you are flying, your aircraft is going to land in the airport, but the ground station will give the instructions saying that airport is runway is busy. You're supposed to keep rotating or keep moving in air. That time pilot what he will do, he cannot land. At that time what he will do, he will just take on your aircraft moving here and there. That means he will start keeping rounding up the airport, above the airport. That time what he has to? He has to turn and bank. He has to turn his aircraft and move. So that is also one kind of maneuver. Cruise. Cruise is another kind of maneuver when it is moving in air, and you know the meaning of cruise. Descent. Descent is nothing but coming down to the ground or land. And finally, landing is one more maneuver of the aircraft. So that we have seen. They are the common maneuvers for both military as well as civil aircrafts. So that we can see here they have given that picture. Takeoff is going to happen here, it's climbing here, the cruising is there, and again descent is happening, and it is finally approaching the land. So now, which are the additional maneuvers? They are here. One is loop, roll, dive, side slip, inverted flight, and spin. So all these maneuvers basically for military aircrafts where they are into combat, okay, in battlefield. Basically it should. So all those things are performed by military aircrafts as well as some aerobatics. For that also they can use. Okay, like RC aircraft, they also can make these kind of maneuvers. Which are they? Just we'll see one by one. So this is done. So now loop. In this diagram, we can see what is loop. Loop is when an aircraft flies upward and then at the top of its arc begins to slow down so that it turns down and completes circle. So now you can do an inward or outward loop. This diagram you can see that loop means what? The aircraft is flying upward direction, like this aircraft is flying upward direction. Suddenly it will take a turn, okay, then it will slow down its speed so that it can come back and complete one circle. So this is called as one loop. So climb, take inverted flight, it will become, then again come back and complete the circle and creating a loop. So it may be inward or outward, okay, based on how it looks, the circle looks. So next is roll. Roll, I think everybody has seen. Roll means the 360-degree rotation of the aircraft. So along the longitudinal axis. Okay. So that is called as roll. This aircraft is just rolling completely. You might have seen in air show. If it is you have not seen, please go to some Google and search for videos. You will get beautiful videos about these maneuvers. And finally, dive. Dive is just like it sounds, dive in the air or dive in, you people say that, right? Dive in swimming pool. So similarly, this is diving in air. Okay, the nose of your aircraft will become in, or it will be in turn towards down. Okay, or downward direction it will turn, and the plane is perpendicularly to the ground, diving perpendicularly down. But it is not the case. Not necessarily it should be perpendicular to the ground, but also it can get some certain degrees. Diving is basically the diving in air. That's it, making the aircraft nose in downward direction. That is one kind of maneuver. Side slip. Side slip means another different kind of maneuver. Basically, this is because of the incoming air. Your aircraft is moving in this direction, the sudden air will come and it will deviate the aircraft from its direction. That is called as side slipping. Okay, so the side slipping will create again the additional drag. So to come back to its original position, again we need to use our rudder part. Okay, so that is what side slip. And basically the maneuvering the side slip is not advisable. Okay, it's not advisable because it will create a drag as a byproduct. Inverted flight. Inverted flight means totally upside down. Aircraft is moving in this way, it will become upside down and it will move that way. That's called as one more different kind of maneuver. That's called as inverted flight. Spin. Spin is another different category of the maneuver. That means it starts spinning. It starts spinning around the vertical axis. Let us say the vertical axis is there, aircraft starts spinning around it. Okay, it's spinning around it and finally it will come down. And it can be done intentionally or unintentionally. Okay, so these are the different types of aircraft maneuvers. So one thing I need to say again about spinning means it is the auto rotation, we can say. Auto rotation of your aircraft, just in some movies you might have seen, your aircraft starts spinning around one axis or one point and it starts coming down. Okay, so that is called as spinning. Basically it happens due to stall. Okay, it is happening due to stall. So these are about aircraft maneuvers. So in next class we will talk about some topics which are there again. Let us, they are like a power curve and all other topics. We will see that. Basically this unit is easy. You can study well and score good marks. Okay, we'll see next topics in next class. Thank you.